So today I got my arrows. Unfortunately, I won't be unboxing these until my birthday, which is March 31st. So, anybody that doesn't know my birthday, it's March 31st. And just so you get a little peek of some of the stuff I'm going to be unboxing on my birthday, there we go. Now, I have to put this aside because I'm not allowed to, this is the only time I'm allowed to touch it till my birthday hits. Now, Criterion came out with their list of movies for pretty much till June. And honestly, I wasn't very much not impressed. So we're going to go through them right now, one at a time. First up is The Great Beauty by Paolo Sorrentino. That's a newer movie. I'm not big on a lot of the newer movies. The only one that I would like to get is Blue is the Warmest Color, which was a fantastic film. This, however, not really big on. Next up is Persona, and a lot of people talk about this film. Personally, as a fan of Bergman, I consider it one of his most overrated films. Not something that I'm really, really big into. I do like silent comedy, however, so The Freshman with Harold Lloyd, that's one I'm going to be grabbing more than likely. I'm not sure if I'm going to grab it with the next sale or not, though. I'm not big on a lot of the re-releases, so The 400 Blows is probably going to be a pass for me right now, unless you've had something extraordinarily fantastic on this one here. Honestly, it's been around for a while, and it hasn't been something that I've had to grab. Brief History of Time is pretty much, this one is my better half is going to be getting this one probably pretty much for sure. She's a huge fan of this type of stuff, and Stephen Hawking's and you know, documentary stuff like that. She loves this type. Lars von Trier. Seriously, guys, Breaking the Waves. I guess it's okay. I mean, Antichrist was strange. Okay, but strange. I think Lars von Trier is extremely overrated. I know that's probably going to like get me a bit of hate, but I really do. You know what you get. It's a lot of sex and blah 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 blah. Goes on a little bit too long. It's pretty good. It's filmed well. I don't know. Maybe down the road. No, not a biggie. Okay, this is where the real disappointment comes in. I'm actually a fan of the movie in Riot in Cell Block 11. Hopefully you can see this here. This cover sucks. This has to be the worst Criterion cover I have ever seen. There's a documentary that was done on VHS movies, and Frank Henenlotter says that Criterion have the most boring covers. And I didn't agree with him for most parts, but you know what? That's boring. That is horrible. Whoever put that together should be fired. Next up is Master of the House. Master of the House is kind of a comedy with done by Carl Theodor Dreyer, and you know, it's like the guy that thinks that the woman's work is easy, so he kind of like, she tries to show him it's not. Again, it's okay. Nothing here so far is an oh my god, I gotta have type thing. El Sorpasso, of course, is the famous Italian road film. Actually, that one I'm kind of interested in. I have seen this movie a few times, so watching it would not be anything big for me. Nothing here so far is really sticking out as anything really great. Ace in the Hole, again, it's the Billy Wilder movie. Great film. Glad it's going to be on Blu-ray, but if there's no new features, they can keep it. Overlord, no. It's kind of like the D-Day type thing. I'm not interested at all. Like Someone in Love, again, is another newer film. It's a Japanese film. I'm not interested. If you're like this film, like this director, that'll be awesome for you. The Life Aquatic does not deserve a new Blu-ray release. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of Wes Anderson fans, and this is it's a decent film. It's not a great film. It's an okay Anderson film, but it's had a bunch of releases, and you know what? The Life Aquatic is one of those that, although I loved it, they showed it so much, and he overdid that one so much that after a while you could get it everywhere. You could get it at a dollar store for like $10 and stuff like that. So, well, not dollars, so you know what I mean. And I think that's kind of ridiculous. Red River, this is John Ford, no, not John Ford, Howard Hawks. Howard Hawks, this is a John Wayne film. I think Walter Brennan's in this one as well. Montgomery Clift. Love the cover here. Very cool, old Westy type cover. Not sure if it's going to be one that I'm going to pick up, but it is a good film. All That Heaven Allows is one that I was thought about picking up on the DVD side the last time around. Cover is so-so. Yeah, Douglas Sirk. Okay, if there's got that has good features on it, I would think about it. But aside from that, I'm a big Barbara Stanwyck fan. That's the only reason I would get that. The Eclipse, or L'Eclipse, is the third one in the Michelangelo Antonio trilogy. Kind of depressing, but it is what it is. Picnic at Hanging Rock. I have Picnic at Hanging Rock over here somewhere. And you know what? I would not rebuy Picnic at Hanging Rock on Blu-ray. Why? Do I like Peter Weir? Peter Weir is a great director. Would I ever rewatch this movie like a large amount of times? There would have to be one awesome documentary for me to have to sit through Picnic at Hanging Rock again. I'm going to be honest with you. Hearts and Minds, of course, that is the documentary on Vietnam that is kind of polarizing with people. It's an anti-war one, so obviously I like that. But and here's the one that I am interested in. Judex. It's a it's a remake of another film, and it's done by the guy that made Eyes Without a Face, and it's kind of like a Frank Pulp hero villain type of character. They do a lot of these Judex, Phantomos characters like that, and I kind of am interested in this. I do want to pick this one up, so this is one that will probably be on my list of pickups in the next sale. Next up is Beale's A Hard Day's Night. Again, we've seen a lot of releases. We've seen releases of this stuff before. If it was a good enough release with enough stuff on it, maybe. But overall, this line of Criterions coming up until June only tells me one thing. The next sale, there's going to be a lot of Criterions that are older that I don't have that I can pick up because there's not a lot on this list that I'm going to want to pick up. Criterion pretty much has underwhelmed me right now and kind of disappointed me. Thank God for companies like Arrow and Scream Factory that are still putting out some great stuff. Criterion, up your game, stop re-releasing stuff that's already been released, and show me something new and something exciting. Where's Podan at? Where's Scanners at, which has been asked for I don't know how long. I know it's on Hulu Plus, but where's it at here? Where? It's not in my collection because I would have bought it by now, but neither one of them are available. There are some great, fantastic Criterion releases. Criterion is still one of the go-to companies where you can blind buy and pretty much get something that is going to be interesting that you will like. However, for me personally, this is an underwhelming Criterion release. I'm more excited about what I have in my box right now than I am with the Criterion stuff, and it's pretty interesting haul. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and for me right now, it's going to be a heavy day of studying, and it is time to get some tea because I'm going to need some caffeine for later on because it is time for tea.